just focusing on real estate, Mr. Maria. We as advisors on real estate never bring it up with our clients. We don't tell them like, I think you should go do a will. It's always them asking us, should it change?
Everyone.
Yeah.
Because they're going to go one day. Now I'm asking you a question.
Yeah.
If you're collecting rent for a property and you're paying this to the owner, tomorrow you find out the owner's no more.
Yeah, there's a lot of issues.
Now, you tell me, how are you going to deal with the family? Who is the appointed person?
Yeah.
You might be, according to your conscience, think you're doing the right thing.
Yeah.
But legally, is it correct or not?
No.
We don't know.
No. Not just that. I also know from a monetary perspective, things would cease. For example, like if the bank account's frozen, in fact, I can't put the tenant's next check into that bank account because it's going to bounce. And then I can't, in all good, clear conscience, and being a RERA-regulated advisor, ask the tenant to write the check into the wife's name only. Because I know, okay, I've been doing this for a long time, I know that the wife's not the only inheritor. But I know this. And the tenant would be, because if the tenant does it, or if the real estate agent makes them do it, or if the wife collects all the rent, tomorrow the parents can come and say, hey, listen, we didn't get our share. And then you would be in trouble. So, so actually realtors, I think realtors worry that if I bring this topic up with the buyers, they might be scared of buying in Dubai, which is not the case.
No.
We should bring it up.
Listen, wherever they're based, the word will is not something I've created, or it's something that we created last week. The concept of wills has been going back for centuries.
Yes.
In fact, if you want to go to an Islamic sort of perspective, our Prophet, peace and blessing be upon him, told us 1500 years ago that you should not allow 2 nights of sleep to pass without you making a will and keeping it under your pillow. This is something that's going back 1500 years ago. I think other countries just caught up on it, or on this concept, probably 100, 150 years ago. The concept has been there for a very long time. And we're not here trying to make things difficult. We need to make things easier. Now I'm going to ask you a question. Can you renew an ijari knowing that the owner's dead?
No.
Why not?
Because I know he's passed away.
So you've got tenants who want to move in, or you've got tenants who want to renew their tenancy agreement. You cannot provide an ijari because the owner has died. So how are you going to let the property out?
I can't.
There's the answer.
I can't. Also, I just want you to highlight this as well. If the person had given a power of attorney to somebody, from my understanding, from what I know, is you still can't, because the power of attorney ceases to exist at the time of death. Is that correct?
That is 100% correct. But let me just explain what is the objective of a power of attorney.
Right.
If a person is brain dead, incapacitated, or in a coma, can a will work?
Trick question for me?
No. You imagine you're in the hospital brain dead.
Yeah.
You've got a life support machine keeping you alive. Doctor has declared you 99% dead.
He doesn't actually mean me, he's just giving an example.
I'm asking the question, you have a will. Can that work?
No.
Why not? You're right.
Because that person's not passed away yet.
Thank you.
Just like the missing plane.
Thank you. The missing Malaysian MH370 is such a good example.
Right.
That plane disappeared March the 8th, 2009.
You know the exact date.
I remembered because March the 9th was my wedding anniversary. So that plane disappeared on March the 8th.
Okay.
And I've been watching all the documentaries about this missing plane. Now, let's not talk about what happened.
Yeah, we don't know.
We don't know.
Yeah.
Only the Almighty knows. But how can you issue a death certificate if you can't find the body of the deceased?
Right.
How can you do it? So according to international law, you've got to wait up to 7 years before you can issue a death certificate.
Right.
Now I'm asking you a question. In a situation like that, can a will work?
No.
Exactly.
You got to wait for the death to take place.
Thank you.
So in that case, the power of attorney works.
Works.
Yes.
I'm giving you an extreme
Yes.
Example.
Right.
I mean, how many planes have disappeared up to now? I mean, it's very few.
Right.
The reason why I remember MH370, because even up till today, they can't even find the wreckage.
Right, yes, of course,
Okay, off the plane. So, in a situation like that, you'll be compelled to follow the 7-year rule, ruling on this matter. Now, I'm just trying to say, forget the missing Malaysian airline.
Right.
Go to the ICU of any hospital. How
Right.
many people you see brain dead, incapacitated, or in a coma? If you look at the wife, she's running from pillar to post, trying to deal with the financials, dealing with the day-to-day running of whatever, the business or bank accounts. But she's got no power of attorney. That's why I try to say, in this part of the world, a lot of the men are keeping the assets in their personal name. So if it's in their personal name and the homemaker, you gave a good example of the dependent homemaker. So if the breadwinner is incapacitated, what is the homemaker going to do? How she can deal with the authorities? Because if the husband is brain dead, incapacitated, he technically is still alive.
Right.
And no doctor is going to turn the machine off. That's another issue.
Right.
Now, I've dealt with a case where the doctor declared the husband 99% brain dead. All he was doing was breathing oxygen with 4 to 5 pipes in his body. Machines giving oxygen. The wife said, turn the machine off. They said, we can't do it. That's why it's important. You need a power of attorney.
Right.
Now, power of attorney is also a double-edged sword. It can be used and abused. So be careful what type of power of attorney you're given and to whom you're making the power of attorney to. But remember the golden rule. A will only works when there is a death certificate.
Right.
No death certificate, like you take the missing Malaysian airline, power of attorney is there. So for me, you should have both.
Right.
Because I don't know who's going to die first, and I don't know who's going to be brain dead first.
Right. So definitely, I'm not going to say it's a minefield to navigate, but definitely certain areas to navigate with expertise. So I want to ask Mr. Maria, like in the UAE, if somebody is looking to hire an estate planner, okay, because we know that there's a lot of people out there who are jack of all trades. They'll be like, I've got a template, I'll do it for you. But that template actually might be useless in the actual case of somebody passing away. Yeah. What should people look for? Maybe 1 or 2 or 3 qualities when hiring an estate planner?
I would say one thing, don't go to these type-in centers. Unfortunately, all they're going to do is give you a piece of paper, tell you to put your name in. You pay him a nominal fee for this, register the will. Tomorrow, you're not there to see the execution. It will be your family. And if it's poorly drafted, I can tell you it will be thrown out of the court.
Right.
Number 2, always go to someone who specializes in this field. I'm going to ask you a question now. If you've got a heart problem, would you go to a general practitioner or you go to a cardiologist?
Anyway, it would make sense for the person to go to somebody who's an expert.
That's it.
For anything.
Unfortunately, I'm sorry to say this, people like to cut corners.
Right.
They want the right advice. They want everything to be done good, but they want to pay a nominal fee for it.
Right.
You can buy coffee from McDonald's.
Right, yes.
You can go to Costa Coffee. You can't expect to go to McDonald's and say, I want Costa Coffee here.
Right, yeah.
You're going to pay for their coffee and drink their coffee. You go to Costa Coffee, which is more expensive, but you enjoy the quality of it. So this is what I'm trying to say. Go for quality. Don't look at quantity.
So can we say that A, somebody who's a specialist in the UAE, B, somebody who's a specialist with a couple of years experience compared to somebody who's a specialist with 10 plus years of experience, would that be a big difference?
I would say, obviously, with respect, having a longer experience will give you more, sort of terms of knowledge.
Right, okay.
I'm doing this work 30 years now.
Right.
But I don't like to say that the experience I have in the UK, I'll use it here. So for me, I'm saying doing this for 17, 18 years, I've seen the development of all the court systems.
Right.
The information I'll give based on your situation will be unique to you.
Right.
So all I can say is try to avoid these type-in centers. I've got people who tell me that my chartered accountant has prepared my will. And I'll say to him,
He's your chartered accountant.
He's your chartered accountant. Would you go to him if you have a medical problem? No. Then why are you going to him for a will?
Unfortunately.
I agree. Like you said, jack of all trades, master of none. I'll never pretend I'm a CA or I know financial services or I'm into the banking sector. I know about wills. This is my cup of tea. This is what I've been doing for many years. This is why the questions you're asking, I'll give you every answer with conviction, where other people will probably have to read it out from a textbook and not understand what is being said.
Or make it up.
Or make it up.
Yeah.
Like, for example, people arguing with me that their bank or relationship manager, bank manager relationship, would tell them, if you pass away, we won't block your account. This is nonsense.
That's not true.
We all know.
Right.
Now even people in different professions know, but banks of all sectors, they are telling their customers, we won't freeze the account, just don't inform us.
Right, yeah, okay, so...
Because they know once they inform, they have to freeze the account. Now, you don't know how the bank's going to find out. If you're working in a company, you have an HR department, they can send an email to the bank, say, this person has died.
Right.
You know why they do it? So that if there's any debts or liabilities, the employer doesn't become responsible.
Right.
It's now between the family
and the bank.
That's why they say nothing to do with us.
That's very important.
Now, if the HR say to the family, we'll give you 24 hours, do what you like with the bank account.
Right.
We'll tell the bank tomorrow. That's a different matter.
Right.
But do you know once you cancel your Emirates ID, do you know that central bank, hospital, police, embassy, immigration, they're all connected.
Right.
Once your name is in the system, I can't do anything.
Right, yes.
But I rather, for you, plan for the worst, find a solution, rather than you ducking and diving, thinking, oh, this won't happen, that won't happen, and so forth.
It's really very good, and we've saved our best question for last.
Yes.
Okay, I want you, Mr. Maria, to give our viewers a comprehensive list of what are the things that they should put in place today. Okay, so to take care of all eventualities, okay, we don't want to scare you with this list, but give them a comprehensive answer. Look, these are the steps that you should put in place or start thinking about putting in place now to make sure things go smooth in the case and instead of somebody passing away. Hey guys, thank you for watching the video. I hope you liked it. My name is Fahd Dawood. I've been doing this for 15 plus years. I started in Toronto, Canada in 2006, and since 2007 I've been based in Dubai and doing real estate in Dubai. Look, if you're looking to work with me, there's a form below and my mobile number. I do paid consulting. You can also get help from my team for services. If you like the video, press the like button, press the subscribe and the bell icon, and share it with your friends who you feel will be able to benefit from the content of this video. Last but not the least, I'll repeat, me and my team's role is always going to be to help and select the best property for you. Your role will be to invest in that property, and we will in turn invest in your life and your future. Bye for now.